Hey everybody, I'm Ryan Surface.
I'm Justin Prom.
And I'm Emmanuel Arenas, and we're Jesuit novices in our first 2 years of formation, and we're here to share a little bit about our Marquette experience.
So like I said, my name is Ryan, and I graduated from Marquette in 2019. And during my junior year at Marquette, during Christmas break, I went on this week-long silent retreat that was offered by campus ministry. And on that retreat, I was assigned a spiritual director who is a Jesuit, and his name is Steve Mulvarek. And on that retreat, Steve helped me discover these desires for the priesthood, and specifically the Jesuits, that I never knew existed before. So coming out of that retreat, I really wanted to get to know the Jesuits at Marquette better. So I started engaging in their community. Steve remained my spiritual director. Father Kent Beausoleil became my confessor. Father Chris Kroll became my racquetball partner.
That's right.
Yeah.
You played a ton of racquetball.
Yeah. I spent a lot of evenings having dinner over at the Jesuit community, and I loved it. I love that their life is community-centered. I love that they're teachers because I have always wanted to be a teacher. I love Ignatian spirituality, which I really came to know in Father Eddie Matthews' class. And so began my discernment. I discerned for a year, especially with the help of this guy, Justin, who was my housemate my junior year at Marquette during the beginning of my discernment and at the end of his. And after that year of discernment, I decided to apply to the Jesuits, and here I am.
Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, for me, my faith was always an important part of my life and my family life growing up, but it was kind of separate from everything else. So we went to church and we prayed together, and I would pray even by myself sometimes. But then for me personally, I would kind of just go about doing everything else that I wanted to, separate from God, separate from faith. And it wasn't until coming to Marquette and I went on a freshman retreat, an incoming freshman retreat called the Ignatian Leadership Retreat, where I met this community of people who took their faith as the center of their lives. Mm-hmm. And not only that, but they were some of the most fun and interesting and dynamic people that I'd ever met.
Not like us.
Right, not like us. And so I kind of just became a retreat junkie. My freshman and sophomore year, I went on retreat after retreat and just couldn't get enough of it. And then I started leading the retreats and getting more into my faith and kind of exploring it and then sharing that with others, especially in the Jesuit tradition and the Ignatian spirituality and way of finding God. And as I did that, I felt like I was becoming more and more alive and more myself. And that's one thing that I found that really inspired me and stuck with me about Ignatian spirituality, is that the search for God also really includes the discovery of yourself and of who I am and who I'm meant to be in the world. And really that's the most exciting adventure and fulfilling adventure that there is. And so that sense of adventure and kind of searching and excitement was something that really captured me and in my vocation and inspired me to jump in and become a Jesuit myself.
Thank you, Justin. Yeah, I graduated in 2015, and when I got to Marquette, I got involved with a bunch of different things. So my sophomore year, I became an RA, and then I joined Greek life and got involved with campus ministry and some of the service trips that Marquette offers, which are fantastic. And those service trips down to New Orleans were really a big part of my time at Marquette. And I remember when I graduated and started working, I kept reflecting on those trips. I kept reflecting on those friendships. And it was the community life, it was the service opportunities, it was the prayer life that Marquette kind of molded in us that I found so awesome and exciting. And I feel like I'm here with the Jesuits, and it's a very similar feel. So very grateful for that. I think if it wasn't for Marquette, all three of us wouldn't be here.
Absolutely.
Amen to that.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.